Hi everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. Today was the first day, is the first day of the school closure due to the coronavirus here in Madrid. How are you all doing? How's the first day? Then please write them down in the comments. I'd love to know if the first day is going better than expected or worse than expected or everything is okay. Write it down in the comments, okay? Today we're going to talk about hand washing, and then afterwards we're going to have an aromatherapy consultant to talk to us about how we can use essential oils to boost our immune system. So if this is the first time you're watching, I'm Denise. I am a mom of two and a parenting coach here in Madrid. So let's go right into it. Hand washing, right? So before the virus, I'm wondering, were you always someone who was strict about hand washing? Or did you become stricter now that the virus is here? Or once you heard about the virus? Or is it something that, you're kind of strict about, but it's not really something that you battle over, right? I'd like to hear your comments about that as well. Now, by now you must know hand washing is one of the main ways that we can prevent the virus. What I didn't know, however, was that there are actually steps to follow when washing your hands. I knew that I had read that it was like you should be washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, but actually the WHO recommends that you wash your hands for a minute and that there are steps. I did not know that until a few weeks ago. So in case you don't know the steps or in case you need a refresher, I'm going to go through them really quickly now. So the first step is to wet your hands with water and to put lots of soap. And then you just rub your hands like this, right? This, I think, is what most of us do. And then you rub your hands with your fingers interlocking, like this. And then you alternate, and then you do it like that. And then after that, then you rub it, but this time with your hands interlocking, like this. And then you kind of like do this with your hands. And then you also just like rub your hands like that. And then you wrap one hand around the thumb and you wash that. You do the same on the other side. And then the last one is where you do this with your finger and then you rotate it in your palm back and forth. Right? And then after that, that's when you can rinse it again with water. So if you do all these steps, they say to take about 10 seconds per step, and that will really last you a minute. So those are just like, in case you didn't know, those are the steps for hand washing. And now if you want your kids to wash their hands more often, if this is like something that you're having a hard time with, I have some tips to share with you. So the first one is actually, I learned about these steps through a hand washing video where my daughter and I went through a phase where every time she washed her hands, she wanted to watch that video. So that's one way that can help you motivate your children to wash their hands. If you haven't heard it yet, there is a video from Vietnam about the coronavirus. It's quite catchy. I will share the link to the video along with English subtitles here in this video later. And someone actually made a dance choreography to go with the chorus of the song, and within the choreography are the hand washing steps. So that might be another fun way to motivate your kids to wash their hands, right? By learning this choreography, and they can do it every time they wash their hands. Other tips that I have here are to do experiments. So there are two experiments that you can do. One is the sliced bread experiment. If you haven't heard of it yet, it's where you have one piece of sliced bread where you put like your clean hands, you just like tap it. Another one is with your dirty hands, you put them in a plastic sealed bag, and then you kind of see how the pieces of bread evolve throughout the days, weeks, or even months. Another experiment is when you have a bowl and you put pepper in the bowl, and you dip your finger in soap, liquid soap, and then you dip that finger in the bowl, and you can see how the pepper kind of like separates from the soap. So these are two ways that really help kids visually see the importance of hand washing with soap. Okay. Another tip that I have here is if you are in need of arts and crafts activities as well, you can make posters and you can put them up in the bathroom just to kind of like remind them to wash their hands. If you are tired of being the hand washing police, and you can hire your children to do that. And I'm sure if you do that, you will find them asking you if you washed your hands. And one last way is that if this is something that has been a point of, something that you always go back to, then I really suggest that you have a problem solving conversation with them. I'm not going to go into it now because I've done a whole video just about problem solving. But basically, what you can do is, I understand that you don't like washing your hands because you find it boring. It's important to me, or it's very important that we wash our hands so we stay healthy. What can we do to make hand washing more fun, right? And then together, you come up with different ways to wash your hands. Now, oh, and one more thing I want to mention about hand washing is that if you do notice that your child didn't wash their hands, um, to approach it in a more like describing or giving information as like you didn't wash your hands, or like you're gonna get sick, or just yeah, that's not very helpful. So what you can simply do is if you hear that your child's in the bathroom and you didn't hear the water running, or you didn't hear the sink running after, you can be like, oh, I didn't hear the sink running. It must be really difficult to wash your hands without water, or kind of just like not point the finger or put blame on them. So just now, for example, my daughter went to the bathroom and she came out. I knew she didn't wash her hands, and she asked for something, and I was like, "Yeah, of course you can have it. Once you finish washing your hands, I'll give it to you." So then, then she went back and she washed her hands, and then I gave her the banana that she was asking for. So it's just a way. It's like a really simple way to like remind them to wash their hands without having to be very um what's the nice word? Like just not being like this about. Okay, so just to do like a really quick recap, the hand washing steps are like this, um, like this, alternating, interlocking, cross here like this, wrapped around, and finally around the palm. Okay, and some suggestions to help promote hand washing in your kids are to play a song or a video, to do experiments, to make a poster, to make them the hand washing police, and to have a problem solving conversation. So now I'm going to call on Catalina. So as I mentioned earlier, she is an aromatherapy consultant. And so she's going to talk to us a little about how we can use essential oils in our home. I've actually called her out of personal interest, as I have tea tree essential oil in my house, which I almost never use. I'm hoping that's something that I'll be able to use these next few days, because I heard they have antibacterial properties. So yeah, I'm gonna call her up now, and let's see what she has to share.
Hi,
Hi,
Denise.
hi, thank you for coming.
You are welcome.
Okay, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit and then go on to the essential oils?
Perfect. Well, my name is Catalina. I'm an essential oils or aromatherapist
Oh,
consultant. As Denise said, I work with essential oils, and right now, with all this craziness going on, it's really good to look at other things, especially natural things that you can do at home to boost your
mhm.
immune system. And definitely, Denise, the tea tree oil is really good. It's really good. One way you can, and the reason why they're so good is because basically an essential oil is the immune system of the plant. So it's like the immune system of a plant squeezed into an essential oil bottle. And so that's why they have so many antibacterial properties, antimicrobial, antifungal. I mean, they're just really, really good. They're very potent. And For example, the tea tree oil is really good, and you can make a spray, for example.
Mm-hmm.
One thing you can do, you can get like an empty bottle and put like 10 drops in like this size, put 10 drops and fill it up with water. And then you can spray surfaces that you know that may not be so clean, or when you go out, you go to a public bathroom, you can spray. It's really good to keep it in your purse, like for anything that you may need. A tea tree oil is really good. It's one that I would recommend having on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that right now is really good. It's a mix of clove,
Mm-hmm.
cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and lemon, and it's called thieves,
Mm-hmm.
um a thief, someone who steals, and it's because of
Okay. Let's see if she comes back online. I know she actually told me about the theme story. I think it's okay. You should be on now. There you go.
yes. I think this app doesn't like me. And so when there was the plague in France, there was a group of thieves who would steal from the people who would die of the plague, and they wouldn't get it. They were immune.
Mm-hmm.
And so this mix is what they would have. And it's really good to boost up your immune system. Or if you're fighting a cold, or if you have a cold or anything like that, it's really good to just boost up your immune system. And it's really good. And you can do it again as a spray. Like I said
Yeah.
before, you can also get like an empty bottle, like of any crystal bottle, and have like a carrier oil. A carrier oil can be like coconut oil, almond oil, anything like that, and put a couple of drops of like the tea tree oil
Yeah.
or the thieves, and you can put it on yourself. On the bottom of your feet is really important to put, because that's where you have a lot of pores, and it
Mm.
absorbs and it helps a lot. And you can
Yeah.
put it on your the back on your collar, because that's where all your nerve endings are too of your body, and so it's really good. The essential oil and everything you put in your body, whether it be
Mhm.
cologne or anything, goes into your bloodstream, and so
Yeah.
being an essential oil, it helps. It's like medicine.
Yeah.
And so this is one of the ways you can boost your immune system with something so natural and simple as an essential oil.
And something I have.
Yes, many people have lavender on hand, and that's really good too. It's very has antimicrobial properties. Tea tree oil is really good,
Mhm.
and this one is really good. The one I said, or even lemon oil, for example, is really
Mhm.
really good. And so many people have these on hand. They're like, oh, how do I use it? And right
Yeah.
now is a great way to use it,
Yeah.
to spray, to put it on yourself. Just protect yourself and your
Mhm.
family.
Mhm. So can I mix the tea tree oil with the lavender in one
Yes.
like carrier oil and then okay. Okay, she disappeared again. Sorry, it's the app. If you know of any apps that we can use also, that would be very helpful. We're using the Be Live app now. If you have any other suggestions, please write that in the comments as well.
Yes, the sap does not like me. Yes, you can definitely mix them. And a really good essential oil has more than 20,000 uses, and when you mix essential oils, they're like even more powerful, even more potent. So definitely you can mix them.
Okay, great. And if they want to know more information about essential oils, or if they just want to, yeah, find you or meet you or be friends with you, where can they find you?
Well, I'm on Instagram at the moment. I don't have a website. I'm on
Mhm.
Instagram, and we can write it if you want on the group later, but it's Cata,
Mhm.
CATA dot esencial. And there I have videos, I have a
Mhm.
lot of information. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can also get in touch with me through there.
Okay, perfect. I will add also your Instagram handle on the video description so people can find
Awesome.
you really easily. So yeah, and sorry, one last question about
Sure.
the tea tree oil and lavender. So once I have my carrier oil, you said I could put it on the parts of my feet or on my column. Well, two questions come up. Can I do that with my children, and how often do I do this?
Definitely. With kids, it's always better to dilute it even more.
Okay.
Like if for yourself, you put like, for example, 4 drops. For your kids, you put 2 drops and you
Mhm.
dilute it. Just do
Mhm.
it less. And it depends. If you want to boost your immune system, twice a day is good enough, in the morning and in the night. I always have it
Yeah.
by the girls. I have two girls, and so I have it where they change,
Mhm.
whether in the bathroom or in their room, and so that way I
Yeah.
remember to put it on in the morning and in the night.
Okay. Really cool. I'm excited now. I can use the oils
Yes.
that are there on my shelf.
I'm glad.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on
You're
and for sharing
welcome.
your wisdom. Oh, well, yeah, so that was Catalina. I'll share her Instagram. She's an aromatherapy consultant. And if you have any questions, you can just go straight to her Instagram and talk to her. And that's it for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to go online again to talk about, to share some tips on how to work from home and actually get some work done. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye.